Hey there. Happy
Hello.
Money Making Monday.
Happy Money Making Monday, y'all. What's up? We are back.
Always. Like we always do around this time, early in the
Yes.
morning, getting it in. For those of you who don't know, I am Quintaria Brunson, and my delightful partner is Mercedes Coates. And we are a duo of individuals who are committed to supporting our community and building our tribe in terms of legacy through financial strategies that include lifetime income and life insurance. We just help you get your whole life together for the most part. I personally am a financial strategist. I have a firm called the Brunson Approach, and we are intentional about helping entrepreneurs build legacy and develop exit strategies using these concepts, some of the concepts we're going to talk about today, and other asset growing and wealth building things as well. And how about you, Mercedes? You want to tell us what you do?
Yes. Well, welcome back. And if you're new, my name is Mercedes Coates. I am the owner of Coatesway Financial. We are a financial services firm where we focus on protecting your assets as an individual or a business, protecting your income, and showing you how to create income tax-free strategies. So we want to help you grow your money and protect it at the same time. And we've been doing this for about 13 years. So we are super excited to share with you today our expertise. And thank you for having me as usual, Quintaria. Typically, when
Having
people
you,
see
we're
you,
partners. You
like I
having
was
me
just about
too.
to say, typically when people see you, they're like, see me, they're like, where's Quintaria at? I haven't met her yet. And I'm like, come to Money Making Mondays, come to our
Thank
events,
you.
show up, learn about what we do and get to know us. Because we have been able to help a lot of people, guys. And if you're here for the first time, we're excited about giving you practical advice from things that we have done, our experience in the industries for financial strategies, financial services, choosing
Mhm.
the right plans, right? But keeping it very simple where you can understand it, apply it, and get the results you're looking for. So
Come on
excited to
now.
be
Come
here.
on now. All right. So let's pop into a quick quote. I always try to kind of give some level of direction with before we get into our topics for the day. And today's quote comes from Peter Drucker, and it is the best way to predict the future is to create it. I thought that was really cool. The
Mm.
best way to predict the future is to create it. That resonated with me on so many levels
Yeah.
because, as you know, Mercedes, and for some of our listeners, but for those of you who are new to this channel or are just starting to follow us, I in 2015, I did a 20-year plan and really reinvented myself. I had some things going on. I wasn't really satisfied with the direction that my life was going fully, and I reverse engineered the life I wanted starting 20 years ahead. So I thought about the future I wanted. I met myself in
Mm.
2025 from
Love it.
what 2035. Look, I'm taking some years off, right? But in 2035, like, what perfume do I wear? What where do I live? What do I own? I really thought on those things and made those things real and reverse engineered the life I wanted. So that quote just really touched me in such a way because I know firsthand, like, if you want to have a life by design, you've got
Mm-hmm.
to go out and create it. And I love being with you on Money Making Mondays because I feel like we really do give people opportunities to
Yeah.
create life and the destiny that they want.
I agree. I agree. Say that quote one more time for the people. Just make sure they got it.
Got you. Okay. The best way to predict the future is to create it.
Love it, love it, and it. This is so perfect because it goes back to, or it kind of segues us into our topic today,
Yeah.
right? About taking control, right? Taking
Yeah.
back control. We got to get our control back, y'all. The word, listen, we only can do with what we can control. That's
Yeah.
it. You can't worry about who's running the country, right? You
You better make the most of it.
control.
Yeah.
Listen, you make the most of what you can.
And for
Go
many of us,
listening.
no matter who's running the country, our struggle is our struggle.
Listen. Listen. So, it's super important that we understand that we got to get our control back, right? And the way you're going to do that, we're going to talk about today. So what's our topic? Our topic is the modern pension.
Come on now.
The modern pension.
The modern pension. That feels good. That sounds like a interior design concept. The modern. And what we're unveiling now, the modern pension.
That's it. The modern pension. Love it. So I'm excited about this because this is something that I have been doing unknowingly for many years, really. And so I was like, we should talk about this. This is literally a strategy that I think most families probably are using it the less. I would say probably only 6% of families are really, if you're talking about the nationwide, 6% of families are taking advantage of this. And based on statistics, based on the Wall Street Journal, who did a deep dive into understanding tax-free strategies, understanding how to create guaranteed income. I remember back in 2000 and I think it was 2009. Oh my goodness, it's been so long. I read an article. Actually, you know what? A little bit earlier. So it had to be about 2014 or so. Okay. I read an article in the Wall Street Journal that said it was called The Wealth Effect. And it talks about the gap of families being in the bottom 6.8% of utilizing the tax strategies that the government allows you to. And businesses or wealthy individuals, the top 10% tier, were using over 50% of this.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This is almost identical to conversations that I have on a day-to-day basis with entrepreneurs and business owners, and because so many people think that the tax codes and the tax strategies are for a special group of people. Like it's available to all of us. You just have to put yourself in position and align with professionals who can help you to see and understand how you can apply some of those strategies and use the tax code in your favor. And so that, but it isn't, like a secret society. Oh. Some communities use it more than others, but it's available to everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And that's what you teach at your firm. Yes. And so I love that because you help business owners create the structure, or those who are aspiring to be business owners create the structure they need. So guys, listen, tap in. Y'all better tap into her. If you don't know about her, you better tap in. But let's get back to what we're going to talk about today. So the modern pension, guys, taking back control of your finances. So I have not been able to be a part of the old traditional pensions because guess what? Most pensions are non-existent. Most of us don't even know what a pension is anymore. If you are,
I remember from my grandparents,
38, 39 and up, you probably remember what a pension is, or someone in your family having it. Like
I'm in my 40s and I just heard grandmama and them talking about it. I don't, I didn't experience it. By the time I joined the workforce, honey, them things was, I don't know what it was. I don't know what form of gold it was, but honey, they put that thing away. They packed that thing up.
So let's define it for a second. So if you're new to hearing about pensions, it was literally a part of a three-legged stool that was put in place by government and companies to create guaranteed income, right? So when I talk about a three-legged stool, I'm talking about the three things: the pension, the Social Security, and the 401k. And so we're going to focus on the pension today. So the pension was where companies would say, if you stay with our company and you work with us for 10, 20, 30 years, typically, the longer you stay with them, the greater your pension
will be.
They will pay you a guaranteed income when you go to retire. Okay. That's no longer the case. The last, maybe 20 years, pensions have almost diminished to less than maybe 5% of all companies are offering this today. Even most governments are not even, the government is offering the pension. So we're talking about guaranteeing that you put the time in with this company, they're going to give you that. Not anymore. That's not the
Yeah.
case. So how do we establish income that we can depend on ourselves? I'm going to tell you guys a secret today. One of the best ways to do it is using the concept I like to call Libra. Okay. It's called
All right.
Lifetime Income Benefit Rider. This lifetime income feature is offered through what I like to call the tax code, my favorite thing, the tax code 101. Tax code 101 is what? It's a life insurance contract. It's where you can pretty much utilize a life insurance contract to create a pension for you. So this is a strategy I have been using for probably, now maybe 7 years, about 7, almost 8 years or so for myself. And what it's designed to do is it will tell you exactly how much money you need to contribute into this life insurance contract in order to have a guaranteed stream of income when you go to retire.
Where are we hearing guaranteed in this day and age?
You're not hearing it nowhere.
Yeah.
Nobody's giving you a guarantee. The volatility of the market, the ups and downs of the market, you have the market, you have savings plans, you have CD accounts, you have mutual funds, right? Still all volatility, right? Because we don't know what's going to happen. But when you utilize this contract, using the life insurance with this rider, the lifetime income, it must have lifetime income. There are literally, I think honestly, I think there's only one company that does it right now, Quintaria. If not one, maybe two. But there's only one company
that alone shows that it's minimal. So to me that says listen in, like ding ding ding, like listen up, y'all. Yeah.
That's what I say. I'm talking to y'all. I hope you're listening. Okay. I have been using this, but not really thinking about what it actually is. It's literally a modern pension because of the strategy and the formula that they put in place. Guess what? Number one, you can't lose money. Number two, you can project how much money you're going to have when you go to retire. Anytime between the ages of 60 and 85, you can turn on this income. It's like turning on a faucet. It's like saying, I'm not going to put anything else in it. I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to start to receive guaranteed income. So let me give you an example. I just worked with a client, and actually I haven't told you this yet. I just worked with a client and we structured a lifetime income where he's getting $60,000 a year, okay? Guaranteed, no losses, and completely tax-free.
Come on now.
Okay?
Yeah.
All he did was reallocate or reposition funds from another vehicle that he was using that had high volatility, and he put it into a safe space in a life insurance contract that's still going to earn, and get this, an average of 6 to 7% or more with no risk. And he is guaranteed to have that $60,000 every single year for the rest of his life.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so many people worry about their retirement or quite frankly, especially, and I feel like I just keep going to my clients right now, but as for a lot of the entrepreneurs I work with, we always have to have conversations about like, where does your income come from when you stop doing hair, or when you stop running your tech company, or when you stop, like operating your logistics firm? Where does your, if you're, and we need to be thoughtful about that. And it sounds like this is an awesome way to grow that as well, like to put yourself in a position where you have guaranteed income. Like guaranteed is not a word that you're hearing, like, when I was younger, like it was guarantees everywhere, like you had money back guarantee. Nobody don't even, like I don't even hear that word anymore. So that alone for me is something that, okay, this is different. And this is something that I may want to kind of lean in and understand and see if this is something that can benefit myself and all of that. So
For sure. Guys, we have to also consider taxes. See, we do a great job at accumulating, income, right? Assets and monies, right?
Yeah.
But you have to factor in the taxes. See, if you only have tax deferred options or options tied up in real estate, which can appreciate or depreciate, the
Yeah.
equity in the house is not it fluctuates. You know, it can go up or go down, but it's not earning like compounded interest or anything like that. So if you don't have a pot where you have a guarantee and it's tax free, meaning
Yeah.
everything you
Come
see
on.
in that pot, you're gonna keep it. Versus if you got $1 million in the 401k, remember you haven't paid taxes, so it's not
Yeah.
really $1 million. It's more
Yeah.
like pay taxes 700,000 or less,
If that,
right?
I was about to say
If
six
that, and
something.
that's
Yeah.
at 30%. I mean, if you had the
Yeah.
highest tax rate, that's 39.5 right now, and we
Come
don't
on
know
now. That's
what the rate
nearly
is gonna be.
50%. $1
Guys,
million.
listen,
Come on now. Y'all give
but
y'all
not only
favorite
that,
uncle what you want. Like,
the
you're gonna have to
ambiguity
holler at me later.
the ambiguity is, guess what? You're leaving it up to chance because we don't know what the tax rate is going to do in the
Yeah.
future. If the tax rate goes up and you have $1 million of income, you know, it could potentially go to 50%. It could
Yeah.
potentially go to 60%. It could potentially go to 70%. You know, just in the 1970s, if you guys look it up, the highest income tax bracket, the taxes were as high as 90% in the 70s.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having $1 and 90% going to the government? Can you imagine
Thank
that?
you.
That's crazy, right? So
Yeah.
what I encourage people to do is look at having a tax-free bucket where you can guarantee with this new modern pension how much money you can have in addition to whatever other strategies you're doing, but
Yeah.
at least you can say, hey, I got this guarantee and it's
Yeah.
tax-free.
Yeah.
I'm good. After tax dollars, I ain't got to worry about it. And you
And
turn
you
that on.
you speak so much about like budgeting and things of that nature. You can, like how you said the gentleman set up 60,000 a year. He can budget. He can know if he needs to supplement that income in some way. If let's say, I don't know how old he is, but let's say he's 40 years old. He set this up so that in retirement he'll have 60,000 a year in income guaranteed. He he can really make a plan to pay things off, or like he can decide, do I want to be able to live solely off of this income? Will this income just be the base and I add to it, you know, working once a day, or you know, like, and that's what I feel like, you know, when I say we got to CEO this thing, you really need to consider and construct your life and your finances accordingly, so that you can make sure you're in the best position you want.
Sure.
I know we all love what we do. I am so passionate about being a strategist, about the lives that I change, talking about life insurance and lifetime income. Like, that really excites me. And, you know, and just bringing clarity to individuals as they're on their path to, but I don't want to be doing this at 80 years old, not on this level, you know, like not where people are booking me 4 days out the week. I love y'all, but I don't think that's what the creator designed me for, you know, like, you know, like, so I think that we need to make sure that we consider our exit strategies, and not just think about it, but put some plans and actions like this modern pension Mercedes is speaking to. Put that in place so that you can win and you can have the legacy you desire.
Absolutely. Well said. I think the last thing I just want to add is that I talked to a lot of family members, not just family members, even people like in their 30s and 40s, and one of the concerns they have is for their parents. What they say is they're concerned that their parents are going to run out of money, who are either getting ready to retire or have retired already. And so one thing that you can do, I talk about this modern pension because this type of plan can also work for annuities. Okay. This same lifetime income that I'm talking about if they have monies in a place where they've already retired, they can also structure that money and reallocate it to a plan that has lifetime income, so that they don't have to worry about that gap. When that current annuity they have runs out, they can reallocate and reposition that money now to a place where it never runs out, that it provides guaranteed, even when an annuity goes down to zero. I don't care if it's an IRA, I don't care if it's a Roth, I don't care if it's 403B or 457. It can be repositioned into a plan that has the lifetime income feature where it'll never go down to zero, but contractually guaranteed to pay them an income for life. So we got to take the control. We can't keep saying, I don't know what they're going to do, when now you have a solution. Now, have a conversation with them. Say, hey, I want you to speak to Mercedes and Quintaria. Let them share with you this concept and show you how to make sure that your money can last well into 100.
Yeah. No, this was beautiful. As always, y'all, Money Making Mondays be dropping gems, thank you so much for sharing this modern pension concept to our listeners. We always encourage you all, regardless of where you are on your journey. If you feel like you know exactly what you have going on, like, oh, I already got stuff, I got stuff in place, it never hurts to revisit. Again, modern pension means that this is something that you may or may not have been exposed to or have access to. Mercedes said it's only one, possibly two companies that have this type of product available. So if you have a solid plan, like, it still needs to be reviewed on a regular basis. We recommend quarterly, but no less than annually, right? Sure. And then two, if you're not sure of what you have, you need to have a conversation with myself or Mercedes so that we can at least start putting you on the path that you have a clear idea of what you need to protect, how you can protect that, and how you can build the future that you desire, right? And then finally, if you don't have anything, we talk about love insurance all the time. If you don't have any type of protection in place or a plan in place to cover, should you have an illness, should you prematurely pass away before no one expects it, but we are here and we have real solutions that can give you peace of mind and give you the legacy that you desire, that you can use now, or you can set it up so that strategically it can be a blessing to your family in the future. I don't know if you want to close us out, Mercedes, but this has been a great topic. Thank you so much for sharing. Tribe. Link is in the bio. Link is down below in the comments here, as well as on our social media platforms. It's a 15-minute conversation. Just 15 minutes, Mercedes.
Just 15 minutes. Apples to apples comparison. Just 15 minutes to sit down and talk to us, to find out what your strategy can be. 15 minutes. That's it. Listen, we are creating more financially stable households. That is the goal.
Boom. I love it.
That is the goal, guys. Take back your control, and it starts with having a conversation and finding out what you need to do. Get started.
Boom.
Okay.
Boom. So with that being said, you all go and be great, and Mercedes and I will do the same.
Bye, guys. See you.